Welcome back. Welcome back to the Kovacs Report for something a little different this week. We're going to take a look at Marvel previews and see what's coming out next month, the month of May. So let's take a look at Marvel previews, see what sounds interesting. We'll jump past the sort of early stuff. So Godzilla versus X-Men. Never a big fan of these crossovers. I know one's just gone now. I forget who it is. Maybe it's the Avengers. I can't remember. I don't think I'll be picking that up. Really, I mean the art looks nice enough, but it's not really my thing. What do we got? We've got yes, One World Under Doom is continuing, so that's approaching its sort of almost its halfway mark with all the spin-off books. So that's Ryan North working on that. Again, something else I'm not too thrilled with these events lately from Marvel. I miss the old days, Avengers Disassembled and House of M, the Civil War. So I'm not sure I'll be picking those up at all. What have we got? Okay, so more tie-ins, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four. Now this is something Ryan North is also working on. Actually, I've not been following it for a little while. Oh, there's a cool Corey Smith variant there and Alex Ross. But I would love to get back into Fantastic Four, but I'm not hearing good things about it. Quite a few mixed bags. The Avengers, Superior Avengers, seems to be a lot of Avengers books lately. I might give Superior Avengers a try, see how that's panning out. Jed McKay's on Avengers. Yeah, I think Jim, who regularly is on the comic book review show, we'll be picking these up, so he'll probably be reviewing these. So if you are interested, they should get covered. Red Hulk, which he absolutely swears by. Now this is apparently good. I've picked up this run, and I need to give it I need to catch up to binge on the Red Hulk. It does look interesting. Benjamin Percy, he does some good stuff. So this is the big one. This Giant Size X-Men 50th anniversary event. Now I actually owned Giant Size X-Men. And when the day came where I had to part with a lot of my comics, I had to say goodbye to that. And it's a sad day. So what are we getting with this? We're getting, 50 years. Giant Size X-Men has stood as one of the most important moments in Marvel history, reshaping the X-Men forever. Now Marvel celebrates this milestone with an all-new 5-part event spanning the greatest eras of mutant kinds. It's going to be a big one. So from Days of Future Past, to Age of Apocalypse, House of M, to the Dark Phoenix Saga. History has shaped and shattered the X-Men time and time again. So what if those moments held deeper secrets? What if the past could be rewritten? Okay. So is this like a, I don't know, rewriting time story? Maybe it is. Who knows? If it's crossing through all those events, it could be quite interesting to see how they weave this into all of those sort of monumental pieces of X-Men history. This epic story told across 5 giant-sized issues will take fans on a mind-bending journey through the X-Men's greatest events, revealing mysteries long buried and secrets that will define the future of Marvel's mutants. So maybe it's new stuff that we didn't learn in the previous stories being added so they affect the next story. So what we got? We got giant-sized X-Men, Giant Size Dark Phoenix, Age of Apocalypse, House of M, and Giant Size X-Men 2, which is the finale. Okay, very interesting. I think I've got to pick that up, right? You can't not have a look at that. So let's have a look. Giant Size, let's look at this. I bet it's got about 500 different variant covers. I do hear a lot about Kamala taking center stage in this. And again, I am one of those. I'm really sorry. I'm not a big fan of her character. And I find that she's been shoehorned in. Marvel really, really, really want you to love this character as much as you love Miles Morales. And when they did the Miles Morales thing, it worked because it was great and it was brilliant. And it hasn't worked here. But I think she's going to play some kind of major vital role in it, and if that's the case, it might not pan out the way I'm hoping it's going to pan out. So here we go, Giant Size X-Men. We've gone backwards here. We should probably go forwards. Let's have a look. Okay, interior art. I'll tell you what, the interior art looks pretty fantastic. Look at that double page spread. Who's on this interior art? So Adam Kubert. Oh, okay, well that explains a lot. Revelation Stories. Al Ewing's in there. Sora Pichelli. Wow. There's some big names being brought into this. They want this to arrive and leave with a bang. Look at that art. It looks amazing. Amazing Spider-Man 3. So catch my reviews of 1 and 2. It's not Zeb Wells, which is an absolute godsend. It is a bit clunky, but it isn't bad. I think it is the for recent times, it's the best. It's the best we've had. Which, I mean, that isn't like an accolade to want to be awarded, but it isn't as bad as what's come before. And I'm hoping it gets better. I'm hoping Joe Kelly finds his feet once he's done those establishing issues, and once editorials sort of relax their sort of grip on what he can and can't do with the character. I'd like to see it work. I really would. He's my favourite character. And I just pray and pray and pray and pray and pray this book gets good again, because it's the flagship. It's like, you know, you ask anyone to name a character from Marvel, they'll say Spider-Man first, right? 9 times out of 10. So he deserves the best of the best, right? We love old Peter Parker. So there's 2 issues out that month. Spider-Man and Wolverine. Mark Guggenheim, Care Andrews. Care Andrews. Not sure I like that. I think he's an acquired taste. I might have got it wrong. I don't know. But I like these stories. I like Spider-Man and Wolverine teaming up, right? It's always interesting. Let's see what that's. Oh, I've jumped forward again. Let's have a look. So did you hear that? The sound can only mean one thing. 2 of your favorite Marvel heroes doing what they do best. With great power, there must also come the best there is. Spider-Man and Wolverine team up for the biggest adventure in Marvel Comics. It's always the biggest adventure, right? Who or what is, targeting this unlikely duo, and what can they do to stop it? Get ready for a non-stop thrill ride of big villains, bigger threats, and even bigger surprises as Logan and Peter Parker team up against the machinations of a plot too big for just one hero. All right, that sounds fun. I'm going to give that a go. I'm definitely going to give that a go. Well, Spider-Man, right? And Wolverine. So Fantastic Four fanfare. Mark Waid, Alan Davis, Andrew Wheeler on writing, Ramon Rosanas, Alan Davis, Sarah Pichelli on art. Ooh, this looks interesting. I think this has got to be the start of tying in the movie, right? In this special full-colour anthology, each issue focuses on a particular member of the team. Okay, so they get one each. Okay. I'd like to see some material art, but there isn't any here. Vision and Scarlet Witch. Well, I've got to say, Steve Orlando isn't one of my favourite writers, so I will probably be giving this a miss. It's a shame because I love the Scarlet Witch and I love the Vision. I'm just not digging the storylines that are coming out from Steve Orlando. Now there is an audience for it, a market for it. I'm not trying to tear it down. It's just not my preferred style of storytelling. Spider-Verse versus Venomverse. Okay, the usual things. We've got a new Gwenpool mini with Kevin Scott writing it. Okay, that could be okay. Might have a look at that. She's got a different suit on there. So what's going on? Everyone's favourite reality twister's life is changing, becoming darker, grittier, and bringing her own brand of hyper-violent justice to a battle-strewn New York City. Who is this Dark Gwenpool? And what has she got to do with the spectacular Spider-Man? Guest starring Fing Fang Foom and Jeff the Landshark. Okay, so it's going to be a sort of Deadpool-esque, ultra-violent little mini-series. I'll give that a go. That sounds interesting. I don't do the Spider-Verse or Venomverse things yet. I like Spidey sort of stuck in our little universe. I will give those books a read eventually. Predator. So if you're a Predator fan, Joe Kelly, Elliot Ryle, and Sarah Gailey. So 3 of them. So it looks like there's going to be like maybe a couple of stories in each book. So interesting. So Predator versus Spider-Man. I did read the first one. It's okay. You know, you didn't get much Predator action. It was all right. You know, the art style actually. Intentionally, I guess, it very much felt like an 80s movie. So the art worked really well with it. Again, I'm never a big fan of these kind of books, but I tell you what, the one that has worked, and that's Avengers versus Aliens, that is for me one of Marvel's books of the year, or books of the last 5 years, because I find it really difficult putting a film character up against a comic book character. Those sort of crossovers never seem to work, but this one is just incredible. It takes about 6 months per issue to come out, but it is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It's impressive. One of my favorite books of all time. Deadpool kills Marvel Universe one last time. Well, how many times has he killed it now? Crikey. Cullen Bunn pumps out a lot of work. That boy is working. He is working. So Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, number 2 of 3. It's a shame it's only 3 issues because the first issue was cracking. One of my books of the month, probably going to be one of my books of the year. I thought it was incredible. Charles Soule and Steve McNiven for absolutely captured magic in a bottle here. And McNiven's art in this is very reminiscent of Frank Miller and Dark Knight, and it suits this story perfectly. It is brilliant. It was a flawless book. In fact, like I said in my previous videos, rare that a 10 out of 10 book comes along, and I got 2 this month, right? And one of them was Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. Absolutely first class. Be giving that a go. Okay, this my browser seems to be jumping around. Let's skip to where we should be. It's a real professional show here today. What do we got? Amadeus Cho, Greg Pak. I mean, Greg Pak's a good writer, but I'm not a big fan of the Hulk families. Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. Okay, who's this? Chris Claremont. Okay, I'll definitely pick that up. I'm guessing issue 1 must be out this month then. That went under my radar. I'll definitely give that a go. If Chris Claremont's there writing it, it's always worth looking at. I'm not going to read the solicit because it'll probably spoil what happens in issue 1, but that sounds really interesting. Rogue the Savage Land. Yeah, I gave that a miss. I didn't really enjoy that. Cable, Love and Chrome, last issue. Absolutely, I've loved this book. It's been absolutely brilliant. Not only, as David Pepose wrote, a real fun story. There's like, it's got love, loss, it's got everything. The art is absolutely spot on. Mike Henderson has done a terrific job, and also my close personal friend for many years, Ian Churchill, has graced this book with covers. So it's a winner. We'll definitely be giving that a go. So Wolverine, I tried the new run. I just couldn't get into it. I know I'm not being negative. It's just like I'm hard to please, but this whole idea, this new metal, everything else, it just fell flat. It felt like a bit of a letdown. So Wolverine, I think after the sort of epic run that it did have, to jump to this it's another letdown. And there's a character, it's another huge character. I think Marvel struggle slightly with their main characters, their flagship books, like Spider-Man, like the Avengers, like Iron Man, Wolverine. They just seem to struggle getting those good stories out. I mean, I remember in the 2000s, I mean, you get your crap in every decade, right? But in the 2000s, I remember some great stories some great runs were coming out, but now they seem few and far between. I tried issue 1 of Psylocke, but I don't have a lot of connection with the character, so I didn't continue with that. I won't be doing that. I did again with Magic. I tried Magic. That was okay. Actually, I should probably catch up on that. It was pretty good. Phoenix in my opinion, it's one of the poorer books. I think the whole X line really needs a revamp. I mean, after Krakoa, it's a pretty the tough shoes to fill, right? But I think all the X books, bar 1 or 2, they need a bit of a revamp, especially Laura Kinney Wolverine, I love this character. I think Tom Taylor's run of this blew my mind, and Erica Schultz, I don't think she gets the character. I really don't. I think maybe there's her own real world things that she wants to sort of slot in there, and the story suffers for it. It's such a shame, because it's a great character. You can do so much with it. And again, like I say, having had such great runs in the past, it's a bit of a shame. Storm, tried the first issue, wasn't too bad. Exceptional X-Men, definitely couldn't get on. I won't be jumping on that, I'm afraid. No. I really am hard to please. So Uncanny X-Men, Gail Simone's done a pretty good job, actually. I mean, theory is divided out there about the book, but do you know what? On the whole, it's been pretty good. I've only read probably the first arc, so I'm going to binge the second arc. But I remember enjoying it. I remember the first issue being cracking, the art being David Marquez's art, and the other guy does such a good job of this. So there's 2 issues out. They're probably catching up with some event. I guess it's the catching up to this big 50th anniversary, right? Weapon X-Men, again, didn't float my boat. Sorry, Joe Casey. No offense. X Factor went under the radar for me. Really did. Same with X-Men. I tried that book. I couldn't get into it. I think Jim likes it. I'm not too sure. Here we go. Hulk and Doctor Strange. Oh, Straczynski. JMS is back on the book. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Oh, this looks cute. This is a little riff on Tales of Suspense 39, right? First Iron Man. Do you know what? If they had to put any Disney character, it would have to be Donald Duck. So That'd be funny. Will I give it a read? Probably not, but it does look cute. It really does. I know someone who'd love that book. Okay, so what do we got? More Venom from Steve Orlando. Just a writer I don't get on with. It's Jeff. I don't tend to read the little books. I bet they're a bit of fun. I mean, if they're coming out of Deadpool, they've got to be fun, right? And Kelly Thompson, she's probably done a really good job of that. So more Venom, more Jeff. We got double. Yeah, we have. Yeah, Ultimate Wolverine. Again, I've read the first 3 issues. Not loving it. I'm very critical of the Ultimate line. I think. No, I know. I'll be honest. The only book in there, in my opinion, that stands out as Ultimate Spider-Man. For me, that has been consistently the best Spider book out there in years. It's so good. Marco Cicchetto's art is absolutely first class. Jonathan Hickman really nailed this book on the head, and he doesn't usually get it wrong, but he got it very right with this one. I did try Ultimate X-Men. The art's lovely. Peach Momoko has got such a beautiful art style. I love how the Japanese culture is really mixed into the story and everything else. It's really nice. I read the first arc. It was interesting. Maybe one day I'll jump back on it. But the worst book of all, and I'm not ashamed to say it, and again, I want to encourage creators to come on and debate and be interviewed on my channel. So it's always a sort of challenge to try and say I don't like something, right? And not alienate some of these creators who come on the channel. But Dennis Camp should not be on this book. It is terrible. There's no story there at all. Every issue is one of Dennis Camp's virtue signals to a particular hot topic of the moment. And I think for me, it's kind of ruined the whole Ultimate line, because the Ultimates is kind of like Bar Spidey. That's like the big book, right? That's where all the other characters have come together. That is like the sort of the cherry on the cake, and it has been consistently bad. Absolutely consistently bad. I'm not ashamed to say it. Dennis, you can come and explain it to me, but it's awful. Okay, Eddie Brock Carnage. I never picked this up. It's Charles Soule, so I mean, I should have given it a go, really, considering his Daredevil run and his current Daredevil book so good. All new Venom. Okay, this is controversial, right? If you don't know already, the new Venom is Mary Jane Watson, which I think is a terrible decision. Everyone's got a symbiote nowadays. The only one who hasn't is Mary Jane, but you know what? She's got one now. But that was the reveal. But this looks different. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Jackpot confronts Venom. So I'm not sure what's going on. Are they going to bait and switch? I mean, they've got all those special variant covers with all the. So in this book, it starts off. There's like 4 or 5 Marvel people, right? So there's Luke Cage and a few others. Who's going to be the new Venom? Who's going to be the new Venom? And each issue they get close to revealing it. And then one of the issues has loads of variant covers. It's like the same body with different heads on it. But the big reveal was that it was Mary Jane. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Spectacular Spider-Man. Again, being somebody who loves Spidey so much, I gave the first few issues a go, and it was okay. I mean, I didn't love it. Miles Morales, this is something that I keep stacking up to read, right? I keep stacking this. I know Cody Ziegler's on Deadpool, and it's not as funny as it could be. But I think from what I've read, his Miles Morales is pretty good. So I'm going to catch up with this book because I like Miles Morales. I haven't seen it yet. Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. Again, it's not a book that I normally read. I mean, the cover looks cool. It looks like one of those retro bubblegum packs. I like that. Who's that by? Mark Brooks, variant cover by Nimit Malavia. Okay. Nice. Looks really cool. All right, let's move on quick. Spider-Boy, again, someone I haven't read. I've seen him in a couple of books here and there, and he's like a little cute little fast quipping little nipper. I like it. I don't know. I mean, I might read it one day. And then we've got this facsimile edition. So, I mean, the comic industry, I don't think, is in a very good place. And I think it is being propped up by variant covers and basically reprints, these facsimiles. So we do tend to get a lot of them. And I guess with the Fantastic Four movie and the X-Men Giant Size anniversary, this month's going to be plastered with them. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic Four 48, obviously. The first Galactus. I guess Silver Surfer. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Yeah. I mean, I gave the first issue a go. there's not much I can say about it apart from read the first issue and let me know what you think. But that wasn't for me. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is one of those characters who's I've never been in super love with, so I haven't picked it up. The Thing, do you know what? Tony Felix. Oh, he wrote. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. He does the old Stray Dogs and all that other stuff, so that sounds interesting. Nick Bradshaw covers. Variant cover by Greg Land. He's doing some covers this month, isn't he? Marco Cicchetto. Oh, hello. The Marco Cicchetto cover, I bet it looks beautiful. I'll pick that up. You got to love a bit of Ben Grimm, right? And if Tony Fleece is on it, I'm hoping it's going to be good. Well, we got Wealth by Night. Nah, that's not for me. Again, not really into the Marvel horror characters. Daredevil Unleash Hell. Erica Schultz again. Like I say, there's a few creators that I'm happy to say that I just absolutely do not like their work, and Erica Schultz is one of them. There's three main ones. I'm not gonna. Well, you know two. Well, you should know three if you've been following the show anyway. But there we go. So that's a no. West Coast Avengers. Jerry Duggan. Right, I've been waiting for this book to sort of stack up the first arc to give it a go, because I don't mind Jerry Duggan. He's pretty cool. So I think this would indicate that our first arc is over. So I might just actually read that and do a first arc review at some point, actually. Power Man, not really my cup of tea. Infinity Watch. Again, I didn't even pick it up. It just didn't jump out. It just, there's a lot of Marvel stuff which just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know who the audience is, because a lot of these books I don't understand why they're published. So Moon Knight apparently has been consistently good. Jim, who I said frequents the review show, reads it, and he's been really enjoying that. Let's have a look. Deadpool, Cody Ziegler, like I said earlier, it kind of, excuse me, it's missing the magic of days gone by. You know, I mean, his daughter is now like his sort of sidekick. I just felt that step too far. I mean, and that's saying something for Deadpool. Deadpool Wolverine. I gave the first issue a go. It's pretty good. Again, it's Benjamin Percy, so you know it might be really, 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 really good. I'm waiting for the whole arc to finish so I can read it in one go. Iron Man has, in my opinion, so Iron Man has been a huge, huge, huge influence in me. Iron Man was one of some of the first Marvel comic books I ever read. And Iron Man was actually the first run that I ever completed. So I had every single Iron Man book from the very, very first Tales of Suspense, every miniseries, one-shot appearance from that first appearance all the way up to 2010. And then when the Great Purge came and I had to sell the bulk of my collection, they all had to go. And I really do miss those books. So I've got a very, very, very close bond to Iron Man, even pre the movies. And I think Spencer Ackerman is not suited to this Iron Man book. I found it very, very difficult to read, to enjoy, and I felt like it didn't really capture the character. Wolverine, again, Benjamin Percy's putting some books out for Marvel. Woo! I gave the first issue a go. It was okay. Again, it's another one of those books where the thing is with Marvel, right? I remember years ago, it's like every week I would take home 40, 50 books, right? It would I want Fantastic Four, I want Avengers, I want Spider-Man, I want every single book. Like I'd pick up every month and I was excited to read them. And what I'm finding now is that I'm picking up 3 or 4 Marvel books, and the rest I'm thinking, I'm in that mode where I wait for the trade, you know, and it's sad. I don't want to feel that. I want to get excited every week about what's coming out. But again, constructively, I think Marvel need to really assess what they're doing. I mean, Daredevil is another prime example. You know, it isn't good. You know, it isn't good. You know, it does not match up to some of the amazing stuff that's come before. You know, the Brubaker run, the Bendis run, Charles Soule's run. It's a pale imitation of what it could be. And I think Marvel are having trouble putting the right creators on the right books. Now, I'm not saying that Saladin Ahmed's a bad writer. I'm just saying he may be suited to a different character, because I don't think he gets Daredevil. You know, I mean, it is what it is. New Champions, I don't even know what that is. Immortal Thor. I'd like to read more Thor, but the Vikings and things was never sort of exciting to me. I mean, those covers look amazing. It's got to be Alex Ross, right? There's an Alex Ross cover, yeah, and a Jan Bazaldua. Death of the Immortal Thor. So I guess they're killing off Thor again. That should be interesting. I might pick that up just to find out what's happening. It's the Hulk, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Now, he's writing an amazing mini-series, Hell Hunters, at the moment, which is so much fun. So I'm going to start picking up Incredible Hulk from where his run begun, and I might even do a review on that. So I'm actually looking forward to Hulk for once, actually. Yeah. Again, I mentioned this earlier, Alien vs. Avengers 404. Jonathan Hickman, Esad Ribic's art in this is stand out. It is worth it just for the art. But this story has been incredible. I've never had a book resonate with me this much from Marvel in a long time. You know, it's so good. Absolutely recommend everyone picks it up. Star Wars, you know what? I grew up with Star Wars. I'm 50. I've read a few of the books. I don't follow them, but I guess if you're a Star Wars fan, you can let me know if they're worth picking up. Okay, what do we got? We got Omnibus. We got the Tony Moore, Rick Remender. Okay, so the Rick Remender collected edition's coming out. And these new archive editions. So this is something new that Marvel did. Deluxe, oversized hardcovers. And they're complete with all the original adverts. So they're basically giant hardcover facsimile editions. So they could be nice, actually. I mean, they've chosen two good ones to start with, right? I mean, who doesn't love Marvel Superhero Secret War? That, for me, as a child, getting that every week, every month, whatever, was like a highlight of being a kid. Oh, look, it's got some actually, here we go. Here's some of the old ads, all the bullpen bulletins, everything. It's a nice idea. Again, I think Marvel are trying to supplement the fact that the books aren't, the main line isn't doing well. Comics in general aren't doing well. So we got to supplement it with some nostalgia and some other cool stuff. Which I guess what that is. Okay, what's going on with this? What do we got? Okay, so we've got Phoenix, Doctor Strange collection, Annihilation, Dracula. So what other cool collections are coming out? So this is all Krakoa. Lots of omnibus editions. I like omnibuses. That's kind of my preferred format now. I mean, I had about 150, 200 long boxes in my collection. That didn't include trade paperbacks and all the other stuff that you collect as a comic collector. And I had to have it sort of stored at my friend's house. His warehouse, because I couldn't manage my collection. I mean, 200 long boxes was just too much. But all got sent. So my pages have gone out of order. That's a shame. Okay, I guess it's just the trades of what's been coming on, and nothing spectacular. No like special, super duper limited edition, like absolute editions like DC do, or I don't know what Marvel call theirs. Yeah, just the usual fare. So that's it, really. I mean, it's a mixed bag. There's a few books in there I think I'll definitely pick up. Let me know what you're going to pick up. But that is May's books. That is next month's books. I'm going to take a look at June's books too. I've got the catalogue for that already. And I might do this for DC books as well. But this was just really a test to see if anyone's really interested in my thoughts about what's coming out. So there we go. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.